Welcome.
We certainly hope you all enjoy the show.
They're eating the dogs.
Because I know cops doesn't start till 4.
Do you know when he actually turns the video onto you? Because I'm pretty sure the thumbnail screen is up the entire intro.
I'm never sure, but I'm just getting warm. I get over here. I get warm tonight. I was doing a little hootie action, a little over here, a little over here. Get a little hootie action.
You know how in Fortnite you can have so many emotes in your wheel, in your emote wheel?
Yeah. I just start mashing the buttons.
Yeah, what kind of what emote do you think you put in there?
Is there like a pooping one or?
And your poop wall.
There's the Gwitty.
The Gwitty.
Well, if you don't
Orange Justice.
If you don't have the pooping emote selected,
wait, what
then
about
you just have to poop
can I do
standing.
Chug Jug?
I don't think that's an
That's
emote.
an item. That's an item.
Okay, sorry. I hear all these phrases, but I don't actually do Fortnite.
Do you think the Costco guys are in Fortnite yet?
You know, that's a good question.
That they should be. Could you imagine?
If somebody told me
Big
they were,
AJ?
I would not be. I wouldn't even look it up. I just believe it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
imagine, probably not because the Rizzler's a minor. That probably.
They're waiting for the Rizzler to turn 18.
yeah, you imagine.
God, the Rizzler. Is there anybody more legendary than the fucking Rizzler?
Is there?
I can't believe how long he stayed on top for.
Because he is pure gold. This kid.
Yeah.
And the thing they do that is the part of they don't overexpose the Rizzler, right? They don't overdo it with him. When he makes an appearance, they make sure it's worthwhile. They're not overdoing. They're not overplaying.
Because he's a kid.
Yeah, he's a
You
kid,
know what I
and
think
he's
helps
also
the
a
Rizzler
one-note
out?
act. He's
I
just a
think-
cute kid.
I think what happened is Hasbulla paved the way for the Rizzler.
You think Hasbulla?
Hasbulla got big, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is awesome," and then he turned out to be a little weird, and the Russian part people weren't into.
He's kind of a pervert, actually.
And then, so
he's like a 40-year-old man, and he's
thought
constantly.
he was cute,
well, he
but-
keeps enrolling in new kindergartens around the nation. He's a little creep. Yeah.
No, but I think they do have sort of the same sort of cross section. You know what I mean? Of
Well, they're just memes. I
they
think.
have the same. Yeah,
Like Bad Luck Brian,
bad luck.
or like
Brian.
the overly obsessed girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Except
classic
Bad Luck
memes.
Brian.
You don't remember Bad Luck Brian? Google it. You can Google Bad Luck Brian.
Bad
Yeah,
Luck
it's
Brian
it's
is just
like
a
a-
picture.
But it's a classic meme.
Yeah.
Like it was used for so many memes.
What's the lore behind the actual picture?
The lore behind the picture is this kid was a jokester.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yep, that's the original picture. This kid was a jokester, and he borrowed a sweater vest and a shirt from two random kids that were in line at picture day, and he messed up his hair and he squirted lemon juice in his eyes before his photo. Because he was a jokester. He was Mr. Funny Jokester Man.
no, you made that up.
I swear. Look
No,
this up.
I'd actually like to hear the true story now.
From
please.
who? Who else?
From you, because you just lied to me.
I gave you the whole true story.
I
just
don't.
then.
I don't. Believe
That was the real story.
I don't think I believe that one.
Okay, well,
The lemon juice. Where do you get the lemon juice?
the cafeteria. I don't know.
You just carry
I
lemon juice
wasn't
around.
there.
Because
I heard
Brian
I heard
likes
this.
a little dash
I
of lemon
heard-
juice
Carter,
in his water.
I don't know if the channel still exists, but I think I heard it from what was that? Behind the meme.
Oh, behind the meme, he's good.
Behind
He
the
is.
Yeah,
meme.
Calvin, you're right. Caleb lied to you.
I knew it.
I wasn't on purpose lying.
Oh
I
my
wasn't on purpose
God.
lying. This is
So-
the story. This is the lore I was
What's your
told.
real name then?
I don't know.
What's Caleb's real name? Yeah. What it says is
Been lying to me this
he
whole
rubbed his face with his sweater to redden it and put on
Okay.
a goofy smile.
Okay, so it's not a total lie.
The school principal required him to retake the photo, but they had already scanned the saved original picture. Whatever that means. I don't know. But
Well,
he did have the picture retaken, I guess.
I just I swear to God, I was telling you the lore I knew of it.
Yeah, and I
that's-
wouldn't be surprised if
that's-
the official report just left out the lemon juice. But he definitely didn't steal the sweater.
I didn't say he stole it. I said he borrowed it from a kid in line.
Yeah.
But That's all besides the point. You know, I had some big plans for this episode because we're all back in action.
What episode is this?
52.
52.
I thought it was 51. We could have called it the retake. Episode 50 redo.
Oh, well, so I thought a really popular segment that I was asked to bring it back. People
Yelling at Curtis.
Well, that is a popular one. People just tell me that. But
What did you do this week, Curtis?
the most requested segment to bring back, everyone wanted us to do more improv.
No.
Yeah, people went on and on.
You're
They said,
now you're lying again.
this time I am lying.
Nobody
You
liked
got
that.
me.
Nobody likes that.
Everyone hated the improv.
That's crazy, though. Why would people hate that?
Well, because we're bad at it.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
gotta
you
get
did
good
a
at
terrible
it.
job. That's why.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys aren't any.
You know what? So one fun idea is we could script the improv.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm
So
in.
we'll script it all ahead of time, and then we'll pretend we're improv.
But we'll write it while we're doing the podcast.
Well, now that's just real improv.
Okay.
Are you doing improv right now?
Well, no.
this a bit?
I just thought it would be.
Give me all of your guns. Michael, give me all of your guns. Bill, what did he just say to you? He said he can't show me, but he has a gun. Yeah.
Who wanted to bring? You just wanted to bring back the improv?
Well, I just thought, I know it wasn't any good improv, but the point is to do it for fun. Like
Yeah,
just
practice.
and
Get
well,
better.
just like we mess around on the show with any type of joke and humor. Improv is one of those. It's in that vein of humor and joke. Improv is of the same genome as joke. So we were just trying to what am I trying to say? We were trying to emulate funny.
We're trying to grow an amoeba.
Yeah, in
A
amoeba.
homunculus.
A homunculus of laughter. A laugh-munculus. That's if I could make this podcast be one thing, a laugh-munculus would be a perfect way to describe it.
That'd be a top contender.
It's just, it is a homegrown, lab-tested, lab-made in the basement.
Maybe certified.
We
could certify
with a
it.
life of its own, but it just brings laughter
From a chicken egg.
from a chicken egg.
Yeah, we'll inject it.
What can we inject this podcast with for people to watch it? Can we inject the internet with like more views? Can we look into that? Carter, can we look that up? Does AI know anything? But
We could probably hire AI to
We could
watch
big
our
general.
podcast for us.
Now I did see an Avengers movie where AI tried to take over the world. You guys see that one?
The Life of Pi. That was the Life of Pi.
Or am I thinking of Transformers?
I'm thinking of the one.
I'm thinking of I Am Legend.
with. I'm thinking of Tron Legacy.
Tron
No.
Light Cycle Run.
No, what is
Magic
it?
Kingdom.
What's his actual name in the movie?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff. Yeah.
Danny
right.
Tanner.
Ew. We were
Bob
just talking
Saget.
about Danny Tanner. Okay, so if this was Full House,
If this was Full House, who would everyone be? Who would?
and let me tell you my ranking first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear Calvin's.
Because
Calvin had it the other day.
Caleb's been showing me pictures of John Stamos in his prime, and that's the hair that.
That's
Take-
what
Caleb,
I keep
take your hat
saying.
off.
I'm gonna get it.
Let's see it. Because he's been doing the wave. Before he was doing curly, now he's doing the wave, the John Stamos big 80s hair. So Caleb's Uncle Jesse, Uncle Jay. That makes me Uncle Joey. And that makes both of you guys Danny Tanner.
I think Caleb should be.
Kimmy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Caleb's more like Kimmy.
Caleb's Kimmy. Curtis is Deej. That makes Carter. What's the other one?
Steph,
Steph. Carter, Steph. And then obviously I'm
you're Michelle.
Michelle.
I would say that's more accurate.
Aw, nuts.
What was her other saying though?
You got it, dude.
Yeah, that's
You
what it
got
was.
it, dude.
Do you know what Stephanie's catchphrase was?
No,
You don't know it?
no,
How rude.
no.
Yeah,
That was
good. No, that was Steph.
that was Michelle.
That was
No,
Steph.
that was Steph.
Well,
Yeah.
Michelle might have
They
taken
might have
it
done
over.
both.
They
Yeah.
might have
At some
passed.
point.
They might have passed the baton.
I think they did eventually pass baton when she got a little older.
But yeah, Michelle was "You got it, dude," or I already forgot the other one I said. but
Family sitcoms.
We're big Full House fans.
Yeah, we used to watch it.
Not Fuller House. I never got into
That's
Fuller
what-
House, but Full House.
I
was
should
into.
look that up, see where you can stream it, because that would be something good to put on like background.
Ambient television.
Yeah, versus
Oh, I love it. Do you
The
guys
Office
remember
instead
on
of The Office.
Christmas morning? That was one of the shows on occasion that, or probably wasn't like marathon of Full House Christmas specials, but it was like, like Full House, Home Improvement. Like it would have all the
Yeah.
Christmas specials on when we'd wake up early in the morning, and
Honestly, I don't really remember that.
happened?
it was usually America's Funniest Home Videos we'd watch Christmas morning when we were waiting for, like, I say Christmas
You know-
morning, I
you
mean
know
like
what? I would say-
3 in the morning on Christmas morning. We'd be watching reruns of America's
You would
Funniest Home
watch-
Videos.
Yeah.
You mean you would be up? You would be up watching TV?
Do you
Caleb
not
did-
remember
Caleb
this?
never
We had
went
a
to bed.
TV in one of our bedrooms. We would literally all sit together and watch America's Funniest Home Videos before we went down to open presents.
I think that may have
Multiple
happened.
years. Multiple
I don't
times.
remember that. And I was gonna say during Christmas morning after opening presents, if you're thinking about watching TV, I don't think I ever watched TV. Card and I would go play video games.
Yeah, no, I'm saying before we even, like, you might have gone down to peak, but it was way too early to go down to
I
open
remember
gifts.
sitting in the darkness.
Just sitting there, looking at looking at the
That's
glow
what
in the
I
dark stars
imagine
on the
most of your
ceiling.
memories are, Chris, if I'm being honest.
I remember sitting in darkness.
You've just been in a black room. Every one of your memories is just...
I
Well,
sit
I
in a
don't
dark
remember-
room
I don't
and hit my
remember-
e-cigarette.
Think about everything bad that's ever happened to me.
Pull that out. Pull that out real quick.
What's that clip from?
That's just a
I think it's from a Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil or a
Dr. Phil.
TLC or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Sit in the dark room and hit my e-cigarette.
Oh man.
No, I just don't remember having a TV that actually worked. We had, for very many years anyway. I mean, it was a long time. But, like, I don't know how old you think we were when we were watching TV, but we were pretty.
Uh-oh.
We must have been on the older
is this
side.
what you were thinking of?
Yeah, meaning like
No,
you could have been 11 or 12.
No, it's an older white guy.
You know,
big
I
fat
could have been
guy.
9 or 10.
It's gotta be. I would think it's the first one that pops up. But
That was it. That was this one.
well, let's see.
I don't.
No, it's not.
This is like a 4-minute video. I don't know if we want
no,
How to beat certain levels.
No.
no. This is not it.
Be certain
to
level.
get rid of Phil. This ain't the
Yeah,
Phil
this
show.
ain't the Phil show.
We don't need Phil here.
People know what
Just-
it is.
Jay,
just-
get him out. Yeah,
just
people.
go-
You'll
oh.
get it or you won't.
It'd be probably
You get
more
it
of
or
a-
you won't.
more of a TikTok, Instagram.
It'd
sort
be
of
like
thing.
a quick reel.
That's for the Zoomer crowd.
That's for the Zoomers in the house. In the Zoom. You know what? Speaking of Zoomer. Speaking
Yeah.
of okay.
Yeah.
This is actually a deep talk.
Yeah.
Topic.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about. Yeah. You've been.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No, go ahead.
No. Listen.
No,
So,
yeah, go ahead.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
basically, this was what's his name? Adam Ruins Everything.
Adam Conover.
Adam
ruined
Conover.
everything.
I do not like the man anymore. I did like that series. I've fallen out of love with the man. He's a little annoying to listen to. Okay, but he did have an interesting video recently that I actually got some substance out of, and that is generational language, is what he was talking about. Because people used to say, "Oh, the '80s, the '90s,
I said
Rad.
that to Instagram, Carter.
rad," right? And then
Bogus.
it came to 2000, and you can't say the 2000s. You can, and that's what people say, but it's not. It doesn't hit the same as 80s, 90s. So people change from saying, "Oh, that was back in the 2000s." They started changing to
90s.
no, what? No. People always said 90s. I'm saying people would say
and smoke my e-cigarette
no.
and
That's
just
it.
think about everything horrible that's ever happened in my life. Lay in a dark room and smoke my e-cigarette
That was worth
Yeah,
it.
that was totally worth. That was the quote. Yeah. But anyway, people would
Wait,
say,
what quote?
Wait, what was it again?
"Hey, say it again."
Wait, what are we talking about?
I didn't hear. I didn't
Okay.
hear.
No,
Let me finish my thought.
Yeah,
here.
let Calvin finish.
So people would say, "Oh, I'm a '90s kid. I'm an '80s kid. I'm
Yep.
a
We got
'60s."
that part.
But then in the 2000s, 2010s, nobody was saying, "Oh, the tens. I'm a tens kid," because it sounds weird. It doesn't sound right.
People say
So
20 teens.
it got switched to millennial, Gen Z, Gen X.
because it was easier for us to understand that
Because it,
than
yeah,
saying
it was
by decades.
Yeah. So basically, but it changes a lot of stuff. It makes you say, instead of sharing a decade between all generations, like everybody that lived in that decade remembers this stuff, people talk about Gen Z like, oh, this is a Gen Z thing. When really it's just something that's going on in 2020, in the decade of the 20s. But people are saying it's a Gen Z thing, even though every generation is experiencing it. It turns into something that only happens to this certain set of people.
Did you watch this video?
Yeah.
Because I'm totally lost. I don't think you're explaining it well.
Well,
I think you nailed it. I know exactly what you're trying to say.
Okay.
Basically,
Maybe I'm
people-
lost.
basically,
People are saying-
you would associate it to a decade. You would associate behaviors and patterns to a decade
Exactly.
in time,
In fashion.
as opposed to a group of people that
Yeah,
were
now it's
born
just a
during a
group of
certain
people.
decade.
and that
right.
means when Gen Z gets older, they're gonna be expected to, not expected, but people are gonna talk about it as if they never changed. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I know exactly. You're overcomplicating it. I think it's as simple as saying they're associating
When really it's
a group of people rather than a place and time.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when it's not a group, it's everybody, but just the time we're living.
Right. Yep. I got you. More or less got you. We can move on from that.
Yeah,
But
let's
I more,
move on.
I more or less got you.
Nobody
Pretty
cares.
much.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Loose on the ropes with that one, but we got it. No, hey, I'm glad you're passionate.
Well,
I'm happy you're
yeah,
passionate.
I think it's
Learn
worth
something
watching.
new every day.
It's
Yep.
worth thinking about sometimes.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right. My bad.
So, Calvin, what brings you to the podcast tonight? What made you feel you took pity on us, or what?
Yeah, I felt bad for you
Starting
guys.
to feel sorry?
Yeah. It just mean we're not gonna see you Wednesday or Friday.
Probably
Well,
won't
I'll
see
be
him for
here.
another month, right?
I'll be here Wednesday.
He'll be here Wednesday.
So wait, you going back to
I-
Vermont or what?
I'll be here.
Yeah, I keep hearing rumors.
Yeah,
gonna
that's
out
the
it or
plan.
what?
Rumor mill.
That's the plan.
Go back to
Colorado
the old...
guy's leaving Abenaki. The guy from Colorado that made it so good, he's leaving Abenaki.
Well, I don't want to.
You hadn't quite thought about
Yeah.
that yet. You hadn't quite thought about that yet.
Well, I haven't told anybody, but
So you haven't.
So it's not
Live
official yet.
on the
then.
air.
yeah, it's not
Exclusive interview.
Well, I just I have to break the news to some people, I guess, but
Don't worry, we'll send a link to your boss.
no, I don't. I'm sure none of them will be listening.
Yeah.
But
We get the exclusive first take.
So
First
what?
take.
It doesn't sound like you're going. Are you going or not? What's?
Yeah.
You seem,
Yeah,
it's
just-
some wish
Yeah,
and
it just-
wash and
it just hit me that
it
they might
most likely
that it
probably
could
going.
possibly happen that he hears this my boss right now before I tell him in person. It just hit me just now that might happen.
Yeah, really?
So
Oh my gosh.
thanks, guys. Thanks for
You're
that.
you're the one that really
you could have just said no.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm staying.
good. There you go. You nailed it. Well, now back it up. Now you got to back it up by saying how much you love your job and how you
Well,
never leave.
it was a really hard decision because I do love the job. I really do.
Good.
Well, for now, at least I don't know what the summertime would be like, but it's been great. It's been phenomenal. I can't complain.
You know, I'd like to say real quick, I think so far this podcast, we're doing really well, judging by, like, Amy's comments, it's just laughing emojis.
Thanks, Amy.
I think we're hitting it out of the park. So thank you, Amy, for
Are
the
we on a
support.
little
No, I
early or
think
what?
I think I shrewded it with the
Actually,
Adam
we are.
Conover
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
What
the
time
Adam
is it?
Conover
What time
bit
is it?
dragged us down.
I
But
thought it
before
was
that,
interesting,
we were,
but
it was
obviously,
20
funny.
minutes
So,
I mean, 10 minutes early.
shout out to the laughter.
whatever happened.
We're bringing the laughter.
Yeah, you get benefits.
Yeah, I do get the benefits.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We bring the
And
boom.
It's gonna suck.
We
to
bring the
leave that.
boom.
I got a really funny Instagram reel that I wanna share. I don't know if you want
Oh.
to jump into reels real quick. Hop off of this.
Oh, so it's just Carter's reels now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
No,
just.
I only got
it's-
one. I only got one.
All right. All right. Let's.
We
see
can just
Carter's.
watch my reel and if you want, and then we'll
Yep,
jump
let's
off. But I
watch it.
just
No,
when I was
let's
scrolling
watch
through Instagram here, I saw it and I had to bring it up.
Let's watch it.
Look, Mom!
Oh
She
my
caught the bird that can't fly.
You caught it?
Yeah.
Is it alive or dead?
Alive.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we tried to feed it, but
It's
what?
it's not moving. Lay it down, see what it does. Gently, gently.
He's got leaves.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh,
And say rest in peace.
rest in peace.
The way the bird's head just flipped and the kid's like, whoa!
I think
we caught the bird that can't fly.
Is he alive or dead? No, he's alive.
We tried to feed it. Wow. That was phenomenal.
I think for me it's less of a novel experience though. I think I've seen some pretty similar.
The girl in that video knew it was dead the whole
Yeah,
time.
She definitely did.
And she was like, "Do you think we can trick mom?" And
If we ask
You
mom
think we-
if it's alive, maybe she can bring it back.
Yeah, they're definitely playing like they didn't know it was dead, or they killed it. Like
Oh.
maybe it couldn't fly,
And
but
then
then
they
when
killed it.
when he picked it up, maybe he killed it. Like there's definitely some fibbing going on there, but also the mom is like, I just like get rid of this bird and I want to be done with this.
don't pick up a fucking dead bird.
Yeah, that's what I would. I actually probably would just be like, put the bird down, go wash your hands. Any more questions? Like if they tried to ask a question, I say put the bird down and go wash your hands.
As seeing my Instagram feed here reminds me too that our video dropped. I don't know if we talked about that yet. It dropped over the weekend, so this
We can't
ski
watch
vacation.
it on the podcast because we use copyrighted music.
Yeah,
And
It's
we're
copywritten.
trying to get some. I'd like at some point to get some ad revenue, so we have to be somewhat conscious of getting copyright stricken every episode. Now that we're past episode 50,
You know what I was
we're gonna
thinking?
start cracking down.
We
on
should
that
start
stuff.
doing. We should start doing ad reads, even if it's for nothing. You know what I mean?
just to get people used to it.
Yeah.
Well, and just to block out the slots.
yeah, and to
We got
It's like you show an ad, you know, if somebody the show, and
Right.
it's like,
And they'd
oh,
be like,
this is
"Oh,
where
wow,
your
they
ad
get-
will go.
Oh.
This is how we'll do it.
We could start like soliciting like local businesses. You know,
hey, we have a show that streams 3
we have a
nights
show
week.
and we would love your support.
Can you give us $1 an episode?
Well, think about it though. We got all kinds of wall space. Imagine right behind my head here, we get a big, you know,
C&G pizza sign.
country goods and groceries right behind my head.
Yeah.
Somebody ought to throw us a couple.
And this
bones for
episode is
that.
brought to you by the Minecraft movie.
This episode is brought to you by Jack Black and our friends Jack Black over at the Minecraft movie.
The Kinville Electric ad. How about that? How about you guys pay for an episode?
Kinville Electric paid for the whole fucking podcast set, so I don't think we need to go shaking them down for more.
This
pretty-
episode is
pretty
brought to you by Kinville
Yeah.
Pretty
Electric.
sure we still owe them
We'll check your
money.
shorts.
So.
We'll check your shorts. That's a good one. I'm sure that's
Yeah, did Scott tell you that? Where'd you get
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's like an old one
that's an
Yeah,
old
that's
that's
an
an old electrical
joke.
yeah.
That's an old one.
Old,
There's some other ones I can't think of them at the moment though. Different jokes like that.
We'll zap ya. We'll electrocute you.
Well, I suppose we could run ads. Maybe we come up with a rate to pay off the podcast debt to Kinville Electric. We'll come up with a rate. We'll run ads. Whatever. Yeah, actually, hey, it's up for negotiation. Let's talk. You know, you just got to think about it for a little bit, and you know, I find a way to spin it. I'll make it work. Let's just
Get to my reels.
Let's see Curtis's reels of the week.
I also I got some Get Out of Town too.
Oh yeah, Get Out of Town.
I thought about it, and the ones in Wakefield, the ones that we actually care about, the ones we know the owners and go to the restaurants, probably aren't good reviews. But Wolfboro, I could give a shit less about all the restaurants.
Yeah, tear them down.
Let's take them to the ground.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's the further away from home you get, the easier it is to.
That's the first one right
This
there.
one.
Yeah, I just thought the Wolfboro ones would be
Any
good.
backstory, or are we just jumping into it?
No, the first play the first two. The first two are just jump into them and watch them.
Oh hell yeah!
Wow.
That was great.
Got some distance.
We gotta do it.
Yeah, that was great.
That must be like
How rare is that it goes perfect?
I know. There's gotta
Watched
be
a lot of Dukes of Hazzard growing up.
There's gotta be nobody in that car, I would imagine.
I don't know. Well, maybe not.
Who
Yeah,
was
maybe they
driving
put
it then?
a brick on the pedal. I mean, that's obviously a scrapyard. It
Yeah.
could have been a brick on the pedal.
This one's funny.
Any copywritten music?
No.
Oh man, it sounded like he popped his tires.
Both of them.
Pop both tires.
I did that once.
What a bozo.
He's trying to drive a manual car.
Man, that's
right.
funny.
All right, those were a couple good ones.
Who put a curb there?
This next one, I think about things like this a lot when I'm running a piece of equipment. I watch these I see these videos pop up, and I think about them sometimes when I'm near an edge of a cliff or, you know.
Some loose terrain.
Let's see it.
Mike's back from Breck, just so you know.
Oh,
Just
nice. How
commented.
was it?
We'll get through these reels first.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know if that guy survived or not, but he probably got smashed like a pancake.
Is he? I didn't even see a guy.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I missed him. I missed him.
Oh, really?
Did you
didn't
see the guy?
Watch it
Where the
again.
hell is he?
Yeah.
Watch it again.
There's
He's
got to
pushing
be
the
a
tree
guy in it
down.
because he's operating it, right?
The tree's the
Somebody's
only thing
operating
keeping it up.
All right, what's gonna happen here? Let's
Did he
get the
jump
breakdown.
out? I mean, there's a
Get the
cab.
breakdown. I can't even. I still can't
Okay,
really
I
even
see
see
Yeah,
the
the
guy
guy
now.
I think he's trying to strip the. He's trying to knock all that stuff off the hillside. Get the tree and stuff taken
And it
down.
doesn't like it looks steep, but it doesn't look that tall, right? It must be pretty
It's
tall.
pretty tall.
He's got an
he's
accident.
going
It's
Right.
almost vertical.
Yeah, he's in
All
there.
right, he's on its side.
I saw him. There he is.
No! Oh my god! I wish I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Oh no!
He just thought it was a bulldozer rolling down a
man.
hill.
He definitely died. Now I feel bad. Now
thought
I
he
feel
was
kind of
just
gross
a-
about that.
All right.
That'll get you blacklisted on YouTube.
Holy shit.
I don't think. I think
All
it's far enough away. I don't think YouTube saw it.
Don't play this next
It
one
took
yet.
us. It took us 2 or 3 times to see it, so I don't think YouTube's gonna know.
Okay, now this one here sparked memory for me.
I can already tell. This garage.
The garage. What was the name of it?
Dale's. house.
Dale's.
Dale's. Go to
Dude, remember Dale's house?
Dude, Dale's last Halloween. Oh my God, you should have. No, I'm telling you, you should have been at Dale's last year.
Before we played,
Every time we went, they said you should have been here last year, and then we said we were, and it sucked.
now before we play this reel, Caleb, can
Yeah.
you explain what Dale's was?
Yeah,
Try
I
to
never
explain
went to Dale's house.
what
Now,
Dale.
he was the one that had like all the Xboxes, right? Do you remember this?
Dale,
I don't
I thought
remember
Dale
the
had the military
Xboxes.
truck.
Dale had. No, I don't remember. I remember there being a
The flags
snowmobile.
hanging from the ceiling. Was that Dale's?
Yeah, I think so. There was the snowmobile that was the only seat in the house or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you try to?
We were in okay, this is how I remember it, and correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe this wasn't even Dale's, but this is when I think of the legend of the Halloween party at Dale's. Okay, and one of the times that I was witness to it.
We didn't go to a Halloween party. I don't
Did
think.
we?
No,
did.
we missed. Well,
I thought it was the Halloween party that we went to.
we had
Yeah.
like a different time we had gone, but this one time we were there, and I was back from break at NEC. It was like Christmas break, the like beginning of it, right? So that's what I was back from, and the whole time we were there, everybody was saying you should have been here for the Halloween party because that was sick, right?
Yeah.
But so this party, a lot of people were there. There was a lot of people around our age. But we were in a one-car garage that was like rammed full of all kinds of rubbish. And the thing I remember was there was like gutted Xboxes. It was just the outside shell, like tons of Xbox 360 outside shells.
Yeah.
And in the interiors were gutted. Those were stacked everywhere. And then a bunch of other shit. Then there's also like Don't Tread on Me, Come and Take It, like you name
Back
the
to blue.
you name the flag, it was hanging from that ceiling. Then there was also a beer pong table, and I think right, like there was like a snowmobile, not even like a full snowmobile, but like like the seat from a snowmobile that was like piled on something that you could sit on, or you could stand around this ping pong table, or the limited space in this one car garage.
Give me the feeling.
That's what I remember Dale's to be. Do you?
No heat, just like the damp
No heat,
warmth of
like
human bodies.
Yeah, a little bit of
more,
body heat.
more or less. Yeah. I don't remember there being any type of heat in there.
Yeah.
Now, this video, when I saw this video, I thought this was Dale's.
Okay.
The only thing I'll just tell you that I remember about Dale's house was there was that girl that was talking like this. And Caleb walked up to her and asked, like,
Jeez, how many packs a day you smoke?
yeah.
And she tried to fight me.
Yeah. Okay, here's Dale's.
Is this not what I basically just described? Yeah, so you get invited to this party, and the whole time you're like, people are just saying, man, you should have been here for Halloween. Halloween was the real party. This is all right, but you should have been here for Halloween. That was the real party.
Looks fun and chill. Definitely smells like eggs.
Yeah, that is basically
partied in this
a lot
garage before.
A lot less flags and a lot more organized than Dale's garage, but yeah, I think there's a lot of us out there that could relate to being in that garage. That's a very relatable scene.
Yeah. Just a place that you were invited to. You're expecting to have a good time, and you want nothing more than to leave. But you don't because
you literally have nothing better to do. And if you went home, you just would wish so bad that you were out doing something.
Yeah,
so
and you keep holding on for it to get better.
And you just sit there and you're just like,
somebody show up. Did you invite everyone you know? I invited everybody I know.
It's just everybody we all know. Well, my cousin's on vacation, so he couldn't make it.
Danny said he might be here in an hour.
Somebody ordered Domino's. I bet the remember that one time the delivery guy chugged a beer with us?
Dude, you check to see where Kyle is? Did he leave his house yet?
He's in trouble. He
Jake
can't
said
leave
he's
his
on
house.
his way an hour ago. Oh, God.
Calvin tried to make a final stand against his parents. He's not allowed to leave the house anymore.
Oh, God. Well, anyway, I thought that was a good one. I thought that would bring up a good conversation. This one here, I just saw was I thought this one was interesting because we might see this guy on the news soon.
Oh, is this the
another
barbed
one of
wire
these
guy?
guys? Didn't you show us a serial killer last time?
Ever since I've been wearing this thing, every time I walk into a room, all the electronics malfunction. Must be absorbing the power because I start to levitate. I haven't learned how to control it yet. I just fly around the room like a fire hose. But don't you worry. I'll get it.
this guy's gonna be a
Ever since I've
super
been wearing this
villain.
thing.
He doesn't seem like a hero. He's going around with his magnet helmet, busting up our electronics. Somebody's gonna ride. But how do you defeat magnets? How?
He's Magneto.
We need a hero that can defeat magnets.
I don't think you can fight it. It's just a force of nature that you gotta accept.
There's got to be one power that defeats magnets.
I don't think there is. What anti-magnet?
It's actually lead weights.
It's water.
I mean, like.
A lead shield.
No. Just imagine, like, you're just holding, like, big, heavy lead weights, like 4 guys on each side of him. And he's wearing his big, dumb helmet. And like, 1, 2, 3, everyone lets go. And they all come flying towards him, just.
It's smashed.
That's how you defeat the. That's how you defeat the real life Magneto. Mike is back from Breck. Hope you had a good time. I bet you have no money left in your pockets or bank account.
Did you get the cookies, Mike?
Did you get the cookies, Mike?
Come on, Mike.
Mike.
Did you get the cookies? The blueberry one.
The good ones, Mike.
The blueberries. They're good.
I was watching Jake and Amir the other day. You want to talk about some old school YouTube? Jake and Amir was a classic.
Yeah.
It's, when you watch that, it's like, how is this even popular on YouTube?
There's still some.
The early episodes are hard to watch because the camera quality is so bad. But later on, the later episodes are like the ones that are in HD are totally still worthy. They're still. Yeah, I figured you'd be broke, Mike. I went to Breckenridge too. I lost all my money there.
Like there wasn't even a casino.
Lost my money in Breckenridge.
You get paid $30 for a chicken sandwich at the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, could barely.
Dumbass Vale.
Yeah. It's tough out there, man. Tough out there. I forgot what I was talking about Jake and Amir.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I think it still holds up. I think it's still funny.
I'm beefing.
Did you go watch the race this week? Did you go watch the race this weekend, Caleb?
No, I didn't. I didn't end up going over to watch the race.
What kind of race?
I skipped out. I don't know what the race was.
The grass drags?
NASCAR.
I was invited to go watch NASCAR.
At
I didn't end up going.
New England Motor Speedway. You said
No, just over at Corey's house.
Oh,
I was curious
TV,
if you made it over there.
No, I actually I didn't hang out with any of my any of the Wolf Pack this weekend. I was invited out to the Bay on Friday, and I skipped out on that. And I also skipped out on the race, so I gotta. They're probably pissed at me.
You gotta get back on the pod.
Yeah, I know. I gotta try and wrangle everybody, but I think it's a big commitment for people to like. I think it's just how much can you like? We're pretty delusional to want to come on here all the time as much as we do. I think it's pretty hard to convince people to.
They haven't been on. Mike hasn't been on, has he? Has Mike been able to chat with the Wolfpack?
No. Mike hasn't been in the chat on an episode when we had the Wolfpack. You'd go nuts, Mike. You'd love the Wolfpack. I wish I could tell you what number episodes the Wolfpack are in, but one of them there's a thumbnail. I took a thumbnail picture. You can go see if you go to the podcast playlist, which has all the podcasts. I've been trying to keep it up to date, so helps with the YouTube metrics, and we've gone up in subscribers. So hey, welcome to the planet air quote
awesome.
But
I actually heard you misrepresenting the story, and just to get the record straight, it was my Lego character. Okay. It was my name.
Okay, here's how I remember it though, and
I'll
you can
set the
tell
record
me
straight.
You
No,
can
I'll
tell
set
me.
it-
Yeah, well, you can tell me your version, and the truth I'm sure is
The
somewhere.
truth will unfold.
Well, the truth is somewhere in the middle,
And we'll
right?
find out in court.
There's we'll see. We'll see about that. But basically,
Edna mode.
I remember you saying you were like this guy. You're like, and this guy is Mr. Awesome. And to annoy you, to irritate you, every time you would say awesome, I would say air quote. before you said awesome, therefore taking away the power of your awesome.
Yeah, right.
And it was pissing you off. And that's where it came from.
it did come from that, but the character was designed with that in mind because he was supposed to remember. Okay, so we did Coffee Joe's stand-up. Connie the Clown.
Yeah.
Was a stand-up.
Coffee Joe.
There was an
stand-up.
open mic scene.
There was an open mic scene.
Connie the Clown was like one of the big hits.
Connie the Clown was the biggest star at the time.
The Geico Caveman guy
And,
had a pretty good run.
So this guy's name was Mr. Awesome.
Yep.
But as a joke, the announcer
would heckle him.
And
say air quote awesome.
Yeah, he was never designed to be Mr. Awesome. He was designed,
it was always ironic.
It was always ironic, yeah.
Well, that is the spirit of the name of the
I do
channel,
remember
is irony,
you always
so.
did do air quotes though, and that's something we got from Mom because Mom does air quotes a lot, and you would do that to annoy me all the time. Just
around anything Calvin said.
Literally anything
like
I would
anything
say.
Anything Calvin said, I would put it in quotes, and it would piss him off. It piss him off so bad. And yeah, I don't even know. It just was something really stupid we'd do to rile each other up. You ever think about that? Like, why were you so hell-bent on pissing off your siblings? You ever think about that? Or like Carter, like when I was a little kid, like was there a reason, like when we were building those little dirt bikes? You remember building those little dirt bikes, right? The ones you could, the Ricky Carmichael toy dirt bikes. Well, I'd be putting one together, whatever, and they were just all in a bin, right? Like maybe some of them were specifically somebody's. I don't remember any of them being really specifically anyone's.
It was a pile of junk.
It was just a pile of dirt. Well, by the time you played with them, it was a pile of junk. But it was a pile of dirt bike parts, and I'd put this dirt bike together that I was playing with, and I was a very little kid, and you obviously were not much older, right? But you came over with a different dirt bike, and you're like, this one's actually the cool one, you know, like, like this one's actually the good one, right? And you convinced me that I wanted that one. So then I was like, okay, yeah, that's the one I want. And you're like, okay, well, I'll trade it for the one you're playing with, and like it'd be one thing if I had like your dirt bike and you really wanted it, right? And you sneakily made this trade with me, and I was none the wiser, right? But that's just it. Immediately you would go, ha, sucker! This is actually the cool one. That one sucks. You're such an idiot.
I don't remember ever doing anything like that, like
come on,
bait and switch like that. Like,
I do recall Carter would actually have the cool one, and undeniably with Flick Tricks, and he'd be like, "Now this is the cool one," flaunting it a little bit.
Yeah, I remember the Flick Tricks. I don't remember like that, but I remember the Flick Tricks.
Well, because you guys had money, so you could buy them.
No, we didn't. But I'll tell a story about that after. But no, I know we all had our own parts, and we did get in a fight one time, I feel like, and then Mom put a little bit of policing on it, and because we were trading parts. And I remember specifically trading parts to make one bike that I really wanted. I wanted to have all the parts because I wanted blue from this bike, blue from that bike, and you had to buy a bunch of different bikes to have all the parts.
Right.
But I remember the first time when Flick Tricks first came out, I didn't have quite enough money for the Flick Trick, and Mom and Dad had that big change thing on the windowsill.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And I remember, it was just a pile of change, and we must have got
that
like
strawberry shortcake tin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Mom must have sent us in there to get some change at one time before to like round up so that we could buy something. Like you might have had the thing you wanted might have cost $3 and you only had $2.50, and she said, "Oh, go get some quarters out of the thing there."
So naturally,
so I remember going in there, and I'm pretty sure Curtis did it too. We went to Toys R Us with like the Flick Trick was like $7 or something like that, and we
paid for some of it in quarters.
Yeah, paid for some of it in quarters, and I was like, "Where'd you get those quarters?"
That's funny.
I don't know. That must be in the black hole.
No, that's one of those.
Curtis was in that dark room for all that.
In that dark room, I guess.
It's one of those things that's like burned into my mind though, because I knew what I was doing was wrong, and I ended up getting in trouble for it. I don't think we got in big trouble for it,
but it was just like, hey,
yeah.
You're
but also
stealing money.
Yeah, I also remember like going to Toys R Us and checking out and putting my stacks of quarters on the counter to buy the Flick Trick bike.
That's still better than Caleb, who stole actual cash, hundreds of dollars off the counter.
Really?
As a very young kid.
Well, in your defense too, who just leaves cash out on the table?
I was very, very young. Mom and Dad would have to tell us how old I was. I don't know. But I do remember I had these little plastic Playmobil penguins, okay? They were like little tiny Playmobil penguins, and I had built this whole cardboard like playhouse set that I had on the living room floor for my Playmobil penguins, and then I also had a Playmobil dumpster that I put outside the house. So the Playmobil penguins would have a place to put their trash. They could put it in the Playmobil dumpster, right? And I remember just looking up from playing where I was playing, and I just saw like a knot of cash on the counter.
A wad.
Yeah, like just a nice knob of cash sitting there on the counter, and I was just like, "Holy shit! Where did that come from?" and I don't think like in that moment I was doing my own thing playing. I look up, there's a bunch of cash. I didn't see anybody around. Just like where did this come from? And I went and I grabbed it and I put it in the Playmobil dumpster.
Naturally, because you had to hide it because you knew it wasn't yours.
I squirreled it away in there, and then like seconds later, Dad is like starting to freak out because he's like, I just put this down. Like, where did it go? And from his perspective, like he probably walked in, set the money on the counter, and went to the bathroom, right? Mm-hmm. And I was playing with my thing in the living room there, and he comes back, and I'm a little kid, so time moves weird. Like, I barely remember this, but I do remember putting it in my Playmobil dumpster, and I remember the penguins and this whole thing I was playing with. Because Dad comes back out and starts freaking out, can't find the money, and I don't remember if he asked me. He must have asked me or something. He was like, Caleb, did you see a wad of money laying around or something? And I remember like taking him over to my little display that I had built, and I showed him it was in the dumpster. Like, hey, like I was proud of it.
Check that out.
Yeah, and at the time I don't remember anyone really being mad at me. I just
yeah, you were probably like 4 or 5.
I was really young, and I don't think any amount of time had passed from when I had taken it to when they found it. But I was really young.
I was always told that story because I would eyeball cash on the counter.
Do you guys remember going to toy stores with I think it was Grandpa. I think we went with Grandpa Bob a lot, and he would buy us a toy. Sometimes we would go to the toy store with Grandpa.
Yeah, well, I even remember like one year at Christmas time, Carter had ordered Carter wanted an airsoft rifle, and Grandpa got Carter the airsoft rifle for Christmas. It was something he like ordered special back like when for some reason to me there was a time period when we were kids where it was like almost impossible to order things online. Yeah. Like it took forever for it not to be impossible to order things online, but
yeah, or real pain in the ass.
So anyway, Carter had gotten this thing from like a catalog, an airsoft catalog probably is how he got it. But then the rest of us, we went to Toys R Us and picked something out.
I do remember that because that's where you got Galactus, right?
That's where I got Galactus, which I think I actually sold it. Do you think we still have him?
Yeah. I just saw him the other day, yeah, in the cubby.
Okay, because I thought I know I've put him in a yard sale before because a guy was haggling about him with me.
Really?
Yeah.
And you didn't sell. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't sell it because
I'm glad I didn't either. At the time, however old I was like, yeah, get rid of it. But now I'm glad I still have it because it's a really cool toy.
Well, I was going to tell a story that when I remember one time we were going with Grandpa to a toy store. We were just going out with Grandpa. I think we were going out to Papa Gino's, and Mom said, "Don't ask for a toy. Don't ask to go get a toy." And we're on our way into Papa Gino's in the Lilac Mall. Grandpa, can we get a toy? Carter asked him for a toy. I remember.
Do you think was it me?
Of course it was you, Carter. Of course.
I remember what I got.
wait.
I remember
Wait.
exactly what I got too.
Oh, what'd you get?
It was a Power Ranger weapon. I think it was like the White Ranger's Power Ranger weapon.
Oh, really?
And
I do remember that. I remember having that.
Did everybody else got something too? But I do remember getting in
buying
trouble,
anything.
and Mom was threatening to have me bring it back to Kmart because I was in trouble. I didn't want it after I got in trouble.
I remember I never picked out a good toy. I think
Yeah, you
I
always
just
like
got the
bullshit.
shittiest.
Yeah, you did.
The trash packs. I would get a trash pack.
Calvin collected trash pack.
I collected those with you too.
Well,
I thought those were fun.
Those
Yeah,
were
I
fun,
think they're
still
fun.
have them too.
but I
Was
never got anything cool.
I don't remember if that was the time I got
Skylanders.
It was a
I
big
think that was a
Skylander
cool
game.
thing that you
I
were
want to get those out.
into.
I think I got that
That's
Star
a fun
Wars
one
tin.
to play. Have you played that with Ashlyn?
No,
That's
no,
to me.
it would be fun.
That's my kind of gaming. It's like Castle Crashers. It's just more low key. You level up your character.
It's easy, and it is fun when you get to pick
And
the
it's
different guys.
so fun putting them on the thing and they go whoosh into the game. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
We never played it on hard mode either.
I know we only
that
ever
would-
played easy. Imagine how difficult it would have been.
It would be worth trying though.
But where were we? I was gonna say talking about Calvin getting crap things. Calvin picking out. Again, that was something else I was also into. And Tucker and Ben were into the Kung Zoos too. We were all into that
it was
together.
a fad though. That was a fad.
I'm pretty sure this was a weapon that I got here. This is what
The axe.
I seem to
I
remember.
don't remember
being
that
black,
one.
but
I don't.
Maybe it
Yeah, I
was.
don't remember having that.
We
I
had
remember
the-
something
go,
more
Go
close to that.
over down over one more. Sorry, over one to the left. That one right there.
Like a sword.
Nope, to the right. Right there. Christ. That one there. We had that red sword. I remember that, and I think you're right. I think we had the black.
The green
axe.
one. The green one.
I think it was a black axe that I got.
I seem to remember,
I don't remember
a
the black
large
axe.
amount
And
of
also
Power
the
Ranger
sword.
weapons between our house and friends' houses. I remember a lot of Power Ranger weapons growing up. It's hard to remember exact. Like iconic weapons I remember are like our lightsabers, our Ninja Turtle weapons.
Yeah. The Ninja Turtle weapons were
Yeah.
good.
You know, there's a handful. The Power Ranger weapons are a little more obscure in my memory.
Do they even make weapons for kids anymore?
They do. Yeah. I mean, when's the last time you went to a toy aisle?
They still
I
have
never
Hulk
paid. I
Fist.
never
They
go
got
to
all
the
kinds
weapon.
of swords and
I don't
stuff.
go to the weapon aisles.
Swords,
Minecraft
guns. They got
swords
all
are
kinds of
huge.
swords. They make weapons for kids. Of course they do.
Foam stuff.
Kids love weapons. Weapons are sick.
Yeah, the weapon I had wasn't. I think it was a transforming weapon. Is the one I had. I should look it up.
Yes, so that was from the Dino Thunder run, the transforming one. Look up Dino Thunder Power Rangers transforming staff, because I remember pinching my
Yeah.
fingers a million fucking times.
I remember
in
a
that thing.
staff.
I don't.
It folded in a million different ways.
I only remember Carter asking for the toy because I remember thinking that he was gonna get in trouble, and then I do remember him getting in trouble. I just don't remember what I got at the time. I was wondering if it was this when I got the Star Wars tin.
I don't think so. I think
I don't
you
know.
bought the Star Wars tin with your own money.
Yeah, that's why you're so protective of it.
Maybe. Well, it's got a lot of little pieces.
Yeah, it's more of a collector's item than
It really isn't though. They're not that much money if you go on eBay.
that sucks.
I thought about ordering them.
To me, the fun part about collecting toys is collecting what you like. It's not about the value of things, and I actually think it's like more fun if like you end up finding that you really like collecting something that's inexpensive. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Then it's more niche.
Yeah, it's more niche and it's also more fun because you can you can collect
Easily.
more of it because
Yeah.
it's cheaper. You know, you get to enjoy it, the hobby of it more. It's not like, oh, I can't believe I spent so
yes.
much money on this. You find it?
Was this what it was? The staff.
Yes!
That's it.
That's
No
exactly
way!
it.
That's it. I
Wait,
remember
oh,
that
it was
thing.
battery powered
That
too,
wasn't
right?
that's not the toy.
That's not the transforming one, but we had a different one that transformed.
Oh,
but
that
I do
white,
remember
those
this thing
double
too.
white swords. I
The
feel like
long
we had.
neck dinosaur.
I feel like we had the double
Yeah.
swords.
Yeah, those leaf swords. I think you're right. I think we did have those leaf looking swords, those feather looking things. That white
Christ.
feather looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that. dinosaur head one, but go down one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so they all combined. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we only had a few of them. We didn't have enough to combine all of them, I don't think.
Yeah. But it was, similar to like a Zord. They could
Megazord.
They can Megazord.
They could mate.
How's that for a blast from the past? Little things you thought you forgot about.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I went to the Fox Run Mall most recently, and I went to that toy store in there, and I saw a lot of our childhood toys in there, and it. On one hand, you're like, oh shit, like my childhood toys are now in an antique store.
What?
You're like, how did that happen?
How does time pass?
Waka what?
Waka waka.
Am I wrinkling?
You guys want to do some get out of town?
Yeah.
Sure.
So is this where we rate them either stay in town or get out of town?
This is like if you're viewing this from a local standpoint.
Yeah,
we
are you saying
we
business
live in this,
names?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the business
Yeah,
names.
might as well. Because
He's just gonna throw them right under the bus.
Yeah, these are all Wolfbro businesses.
Well, they're public. It's public information. We're just
it's on
highlighting
Yelp.
it.
It's on Yelp. And these are people who
I've
move
left
here.
some Yelp reviews.
These are people who come here, and we just think that they should get bent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you already decided that you think.
Yeah. It's predetermined. We wouldn't be reading it otherwise. This is predetermined. The outcome is get out.
I thought
Get
we
out
were
of town.
You can.
I thought we were
I'm gonna need you
reviewing
to-
the restaurant.
No,
But
you can say
Carter,
you can say what you want about the
What?
restaurant.
Real quick, can we make a podcast note for the intro to this segment? And can you just pull up the clip of Dave Portnoy getting kicked out of the patio? Remember that pizza review where the guy goes, "Do you have permission to film on my patio?" And he goes, "No, I don't." And the guy goes, then I'm going to need you to get out. And then Dave spits the pizza on the ground. You remember this whole thing? He goes 0-0, worst review in history, kicked out. You remember? You don't remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
The
guy's
infamous
shirt is
review-
little.
No, that's
You
a
got a
different
little-
one.
you
That's
got a
a
tight
different
shirt
one.
on.
This was before the tiny shirt guy. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. But there's a clip of the guy goes, "I'm going to need you to get out." And he points like that. And
Yeah.
I want that as part of the intro.
All right,
Go ahead.
All right,
Let's
Darlene C.
Darlene.
This is Morrissey's Steakhouse,
Darlene.
which I'm pretty sure.
Darlene.
I'm pretty sure Morrissey's Steakhouse was at the golf course. I don't think this is a place anymore. I actually don't know. I don't even know.
Morrissey's?
It might still be it.
Are you even a local?
Yeah.
Morrissey's is the restaurant.
Well,
That's Morrissey's front porch. This is Morrissey's Steakhouse.
I will
Also
not
in
vouch.
Wolfboro.
Never
Anyway, I'm not giving this a 1 star because of my food, as my husband and I never got to eat there. We recently bought in the area and wanted to try the steakhouse.
Get out.
been. Get the fuck out of town, bitch.
We mistakenly went to Morrissey's, which is also owned by them, and they directed us to the steakhouse. It was 7:30 p.m. last night. We finally found a place with some difficulty, and we're starving.
Wow, whose fault was that? All I had was candy
How
all
about
day.
go to the grocery store? How
How
about
about we all struggle finding food after 6 p.m.?
We entered in and were told rather rudely, "I'm sorry, we can no longer see anybody. We don't have enough staff."
No, that is accurate. I would say that is accurate.
Really?
Rather rudely, yes, they were.
Really? Not enough staff? We know that things come up with restaurants, but honestly, it was the way we were told so rudely. We will not try this restaurant if that's an indication of the service.
Get out of
town? If you can't handle a little lip at the door, hey, guess what? Get out of town.
Get out of town.
You didn't even bring flowers or a gift or anything to a restaurant that you're gonna buy food from? Jesus Christ.
Now this is Nolan's. Now Nolan's, we can chuck Nolan's under the bus.
We've
Good pizza though.
We've on and
Had a
off
pizza from
boycotted
Nolan's.
them throughout our lives.
I had a pizza from Nolan's last night. Wow, I do like it. Just
You had
I
one
mean,
from Nolan's last night?
I did. It was burnt. They do burn it, but I enjoy.
Burnt.
Well, it's a charred
them well
it's
done.
a charred crust, okay? And I know not everybody likes that, but I personally like it like that.
Of course you would.
Of course you would.
All right, well, you might like this one.
All right, let's
All
see
right,
the
let's
review.
hear it.
Well, I'm unable to rate the food because I never received service. I was visiting the area with someone, and someone suggested I try them. I have been waiting for 15 minutes, been passed by for service, and no one acknowledged me, nor the dog sitting at one of the outdoor seats. Needless to say, I would never return. Curious, could it have been the tone of my skin?
Oh, no.
Whoosh.
No.
Deep cut. Hate to break it to you.
Maybe.
Most likely.
Probably.
Well, I'll tell you about my last time. Last time I remember being in Nolan's when I swore him off last. I went in there. I had ordered pizza. I go in there.
Over the phone, no.
Over the phone.
Okay.
You show
up.
They
do it on the app. They do it on website now.
Well, this was eons ago, before everyone had apps and stuff. But I was in there. I was newly driver's licensed, right? And I think we were working with Grandpa, and I was the one that had gone
Buying
to
lunch.
go pick up the pizza.
No, but good. This is right as they open at lunchtime. So this is probably what sparked your trouble. It's like,
but here's what I would say. They have every right in the world to A, not answer your phone call if you're calling too early. B, answer the phone call, tell you you're ordering pizza too early. C, tell you, thanks for calling in. That pizza will be ready at such and such a time because we are not open yet. Right? You have options.
You have the options.
We called. They took our order. It doesn't take very long to make the pizza. But let me tell my story.
No,
okay?
sorry.
Because I came into the restaurant and there's a stack of pizzas on the counter. And I naturally assume they're mine, right? Because like you said, it's early in the day.
How many ordering pizza early?
Yeah, like how many other people are going to be waiting for a stack of pizzas? And it had been the appropriate amount of time, so I would have expected my pizzas to be ready. So I obviously, again, it's early, so it's not like there's a hostess or anybody standing around by the door. So I just walk in and I'm standing by the bar for a second and nobody's around.
Yeah, they never had a good system for picking up food.
No,
there.
they did not. So
they do now.
Well, so somebody comes out of the back, but not from behind the bar, but from like behind the back, and immediately this woman was like, "What are you doing?" Like that was literally, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Oh, I just am here to pick up some pizza to go," and I don't remember what she said after that, but like she was wicked nasty and rude and didn't help me, and she disappeared back into the back. Then somebody else came out and checked me out and got me the pizza. But I wish I could remember everything else she said to me, but she was just really nasty and rude and came out and said, "What are you doing?" And it's like, I had called and ordered pizza and I'm here to pick it up. Like, since then I haven't returned there.
Yeah, I would.
And again, that was almost 10 years ago now, so it's been a long time. But yeah, I would say overall I've had negative experiences there.
All right, this one's from Hux. Super slow business. Waited for a chicken parm sub for 25 plus minutes, and it ended up being literally chicken tenders with sauce in a sub roll. I was going to buy.
What were you expecting? Something else?
Yeah. What is it?
I'm
What
sorry.
a chicken parm sub if it's not a chicken nugget?
What kind of bozo is this?
If that's not a chicken parm, I don't want it.
Yeah. What do you think you're ordering?
Get out of fucking town.
Come on.
I was gonna buy a bottled drink with my sub since that's the only option, but was informed that they are $3. Super awkward low ceilings made me nearly drop my food. Never coming back here.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you from that the ceilings are so fucking high?
Hey, go back to Tall Guy Town, huh?
Yeah, for Christ's sake.
Holy moly.
Jeez, I'm crow.
Do you think that's worth a 1-star review? I think that guy needs to get a reality check.
I think we should find him and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, where can you find a soda for under $3?
A bottle of soda. What else did you expect? What do you want them to give you? A can?
What the fuck?
You're lucky they offer drinks.
Do you want a
what's
can of
on
soda?
a chicken parm sub?
How about you cup your hands
You want a
under
tap
the
water?
faucet in the bathroom? How about that?
How about
How about you kneel down? I'll piss in your mouth.
When we were at Sugar Bush, they had water fountains everywhere, right? The kind like you'd have at school where you press the button and it's a regular classic water fountain, right? Sprouts up at an angle. You can sip water. They also had the water bottle filling.
water bar.
They had the water bottle filling fountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know whose dumb idea it was, but on occasion they'd put a stack of cups next to these. So rather than using the fountain for its intended purpose, now you'd have a trash can full of used cups because people go over and take a cup and fill it from the water bottle fill, drink the cup, and then throw it away.
Personally, I thought that was a classy move.
I think it's bull crap and it negates the purpose of the fountain. The purpose of the fountain is so people can get free water, right? It's completely free. Okay, which I think should be an option. I think you should have free water fountains.
Should be standard.
But they even leveled it up and got you the one with the water bottle filling thing. So if you were gracious enough to think ahead and bring a water bottle, you can now fill it up real easy. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if you didn't bring a water bottle, you're screwed.
No, you can still bend over and use the fountain like people have for.
Oh, it's not one of those
years.
dedicated bottle
No,
ones
it's
that's
got
built
both.
into the wall.
It's got both.
Yeah, it's a fountain up front and then in the back half, like at the airports.
So you can do either one. Okay, so somebody decides it's a good idea to put these cups out. I'm the guy that's got to clean up the cups. So the stack of cups ran out on a busy day once, and this guy, because I'm standing right next to the closet, even there's a big stack of cups
Excuse me, sir.
on the shelf behind
Do
me.
you happen to have any more of those neat little cups you put out here?
I literally said, no, it's a water fountain. You can press the button, and I demonstrated how to use it. And I said, water. I said, you can do that, or you can bring a water bottle from home. There will be no more cups.
No more cups.
I was so pissed about it, and I went on a tirade about it. I'm not positive if they stopped putting them out, but I put up a pretty good stink about it. I seem to remember less cups by the end of the season because
the other thing is
it's all about conservation and not creating more garbage, and you're just
nobody's gonna bat an eye if you go get a soda fountain cup and bring it over there to the water.
But also, I'm not gonna if somebody's dumb enough to come ask me for a cup, I'm also not gonna recommend they go do that.
I wouldn't.
You either can, again, like you said, that's a version of thinking for yourself, going to get a empty cup from the cafeteria and then filling it up. That's thinking for yourself, which this person clearly can't do because they needed me to give them a cup so they could get some water. You need some water with a cup. Oh, you do a cup with water.
There's no more cups.
If I had a teleporter, I'd send you to the desert. Man. Is that enough
Get
of that?
out of town.
Get
I like
out of
that
town.
segment. I like this segment.
Yeah, you missed it last time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta workshop it because I feel like it's still lacking something. I feel like either I need to create my own funny reviews and just pretend it's from a restaurant around here, or something.
I think. I think
because
the way you got to do it is we gotta punch it up, like write it up more. Like we could use some of these real ones as the basis, but behind the scenes we could punch it up.
Let's go. Let's go out into the bush and try to capture it live on camera.
We could do that.
Stake out the Tesla charge station.
We could. Dude, people are already doing that for other reasons, dude. You want to be careful.
Caleb,
you want to be careful.
We'd be caught in crossfire.
Yeah.
Caleb, who was the guy you were talking about that said money's for posers?
It's for posers, huh? Oh,
the ski guy, that video.
Okay, so this was something I found on TikTok. I could probably find it, but it would take me some time. But it was this old video. It was like 2007.
Carter, Google Chris Adler on YouTube.
Yes, it was this guy who was a ski bum, and this guy was following him around, making like a YouTube style documentary on this ski bum. And anytime the documentarian, the documentarian, he would ask questions. Anytime he'd ask a question, why do you do this, or why do you do that, or why not buy a movie ticket, or why not rent an apartment? And his answer every time was, that's for posers.
You don't think that video was a bit? I watched this video, and I'm pretty sure that the whole thing is a bit.
I have no idea.
Did you find it?
I just thought it was funny.
What is it?
What was that? Not the guy's name?
Chris Adler's a drummer, I guess.
Okay, hold on. I just watched it earlier.
Whoop, whoop,
whoop. I'm Gundam style.
Whoop.
Oh, I was close. Charlie Ager. Close.
Yeah, you're
completely
thinking
different
about
name.
I was pretty close.
Room.
No, his initial CA.
It was Chris Adler. What you said?
Yeah.
Chris Adler is who you see in
Bum Life.
Which one are you thinking?
15
Bum
years
Life.
ago. Yeah, that
Yeah,
looks like it's
okay.
probably it.
Yeah, this is exactly what Caleb was talking about.
I don't know if you want to watch the whole thing on here. It's 8 minutes long, but
No, we definitely don't want the copywritten music.
get it off.
fast forward to the part where you see him sitting at the
Those
table.
lights off.
Get those lights off.
No coats.
I think you've gone.
This
oh,
one?
right there, back up.
With Dave and Neil, we're standing on top of this huge cornice, right? So I drop in first. I land on the shelf. The whole shelf slides, man. So I'm standing there, like, on top of all this exposure, looking at death lines everywhere. I had no idea for a second what to do. And then I look around and I see this one air in to a chute. It looked so sick. The weather was storming. I couldn't believe it. That's when it hit me, man. I fucking live for this shit.
Yeah, this is a bit for sure.
He's put every
All right,
sauce
pause
on
it,
that.
But you're
it.
also missing the part where that was like somebody's eating lunch that he like went over and like
he
rummaged through the trash.
Well, he did pretend to be working there and asked them if they were done with their food and to take it to the trash, and that's where all that food came from. He didn't buy it; he just took it from somebody else. And there is a clip of him. The camera's in a trash can, and he's reaching in the trash can, picking fries out of it.
I didn't see a whole 8-minute video. I saw a clip of it on
Yeah,
TikTok.
no, go back to where he's in the shanty town.
Yeah,
Back
where he's
to the tent.
In the tent, yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Back a little farther. You're right. That's good. That's good.
To go.
We got some drum.
Oh man, give me that.
Fresh as a daisy. How long has it been since you've lived in a house?
I don't know, since I lived with my mom.
So you've never paid rent in Whistler?
Rent's for posers.
Yeah, that's the clip.
Hanging out.
Keep the bears away from me, man. They've already tried to get me in my tent. I'm gonna go to my home away from home.
There was one.
I'm gonna go get geared up.
Oh,
So
this
we
was
can
my
shred
favorite
some
part.
knives.
I did think this was
I'm
funny.
gonna take care of a little business before we get out of here.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. Scroll ahead a little bit to when he's at his locker.
Hey, what the hell? Don't film this shit.
How many locks there, Charlie?
Oh, right here. This is.
Hell no, man. Locks are for posers, you know?
Alright.
Locks are for posers.
When was the last time you watched these?
Wash? Socks? Those are ski socks, dude.
Uh-huh.
Those are good to go, just the way they are.
I thought that was
Yeah,
funny.
I think you're right. I think it is a bit,
yeah.
but it's the spirit of the bit.
I'm not saying
that
that
I
he wasn't
enjoyed.
actually. They weren't all actually camping by the river. That was probably real.
But it also like the way he's like got it hung up, worried about the bears. Like he's obviously kidding about that because it's hung directly above his tent. So, yeah. So obviously, again, they were inspired by the idea of joke and things we a la laughter.
Allah Akbar.
Whoa! Can you even say that on YouTube? Can you even say that?
It's part of.
I think it means like praise God.
Okay, cool.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with praising
with
Jesus.
That. I'm cool with that.
Jesus.
Do you guys ever
Praise
watch? Do
him,
you guys ever
King of the
see
Hill.
reels of like a movie clip, and it's like I saw one the other day that it was. Let me
This
think of how
man
I
is
can
driving his car. This
No.
man gets to the drive.
Yeah, it's
This man
narrating it.
gets out of his car,
It's
walks
sped
into
up.
the house, goes into his house, discovers his wife
daughter-
isn't happy anymore.
His daughter
Yeah,
never
wishes
saw
to
this
leave him.
coming.
close to that, I suppose.
Man is
but
distraught.
it's like it was captioned employee proves his boss wrong or something like that. And it was a Mark Wahlberg. It was Mark Wahlberg, and he is telling this. I wish I could tell you the movie, but basically the guy, this multi-million-dollar company, and the guy's like, nothing's wrong here, and then well, check out this janitor, and this janitor starts spewing off all these things wrong with the company, but it was Mark Wahlberg in some movie. Do you, does
Mark
that make any
Wahlberg's
sense?
a janitor.
No,
I guess
I'm
Is that
lost.
making sense to you?
Let me just play this. Talk about something else. I'll get the reel. So
yeah,
you can,
just go ahead.
Yeah. I think
Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was a janitor, I think, is what happened.
Okay, how about this? Wait, okay, hang on. Dance. It's about that time. Break a foot. The rhythm and the rhyme.
Oh, I wish I knew
I'ma
more.
get mine, so get,
Get
yours.
I want to see sweat coming out your pores.
Oh man. I
Feel
can't
the
remember.
vibration. Come on, come
Come
on.
on. Feel it, feel it. Feel the vibration. We're trying to do a little Marky Mark.
Little Marky Mark.
A little Marky
I'm
Mark.
from Boston, man.
I found the Melon Guys
Curtis,
page.
what are you doing here, man? You're killing me.
Yeah, we're talking about Mark Wahlberg
we're
as a
right
janitor.
at the end of the show.
You say, does this make any
and
sense
then
to
you
you?
say, hang on,
Then he
start
said,
talking.
now we got to look this up.
I can't find.
I'm
I
gonna
can't
look
find
this
it.
up,
I can't find it. I just had. It was
And
just.
we're right at the end of the show.
It's a funny vein of reels to go down, and it's like I feel like it's an old person vein of reels to go down. But the point of what I was asking was,
You're like,
do you ever
this
see
young
a clip of a
whippersnapper
movie and
is
be like,
actually kinda
that
smart.
movie looks good, and then you watch then you like, let me go watch the trailer for that movie, and it sucks.
No, but all the time I'll be
Oh, yeah.
watching a movie clip on TikTok, and then I'll try and watch the whole movie, like I did with Kindergarten Cop the other night. Saw a clip on TikTok. I was like, "This looks hilarious."
On top tip.
Looked it up on YouTube. Watched it ad free on YouTube.
I watched it on a steak tip.
I was on MeTub.
We'll have to figure out what we're gonna
Oh, I was on Meat Hub last night.
I was over on Bitward.
We'll have to figure out what we're doing on Wednesday. Amy says she's visiting. I don't know if she's gonna be here.
Yeah,
more
Amy's
than-
going out.
We're
more
gonna
than
get
Wednesday,
Amy on a
or
podcast
Yeah.
for sure.
If
Yeah.
she's only visiting Wednesday, we'll have to.
And
Somebody else.
Mike,
I
she's
think
going to tell you the fuck off, man.
Mike, you better be here
just
on Wednesday.
Watch out, Mike. Watch out.
Yeah.
But
So.
well, we can wrap it. We can put a bow on it. I think we sniped it. I think this was a speckled warbler, and I took it down.
A speckled
A
warbler.
six-breasted quabble on the knoll, and I got it with less than 3 shots
I watched it feed for 6 minutes.
before using a shovel to put it out of its misery.
Is this a real video, or are you guys?
No, we're doing improv.
We're doing improv.
and we're
No,
doing
but
it
it
well
sounded-
this time.
It sounded made up. It sounded like Melanie. She was very nice.
Well, it was
Or that.
made up. It was, a conglomeration.
No,
of,
that was a real video. The one I quoted.
I'm sure it was.
That was what
Monkey on the car.
no, that was a meme from what I'm gonna tell people COVID was like.
Oh, yeah.
They were dropping like flies. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, there's Melanie. She was very nice.
Oh man.
I always knew you were a bit weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, Amy.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
On Wednesdays.
Hard to say goodbye.
friend.
Yeah, I
May the
still
force be with
haven't added
Going now.
the Tanner bit to the.
I bid you all a
That
very
was
fond
actually pretty
farewell.
good.
Can you also add the I hate you?
Yeah, I think we gotta put that in somewhere.